Swanee River, far, far away. That's where my heart is yearning ever, home where the old folks stay.
Welcome to Florida Men on Florida Man with Greg, Wayne, Josh, and Cameron, the podcast where Floridians discuss the crazy but true stories that always seem to take place in Florida. So it's been a good week so far. It's Wednesday, and we always record on Wednesdays here in Auburndale, Florida at the studio. The interesting thing about this podcast tonight is that usually we have four guys with us. It's myself, Wayne, my brother-in-law, Josh.
Meow.
Well, hold on. Give me 1 second. Wait a minute. You guys are in here?
Yeah, brah.
What's up?
Where have you been?
Well, I told you I like the new seating position where we all back to back.
Yeah. That's right. We have an announcement to make.
But it seems like if we're out of sight line, we're out of his consciousness.
Yeah, I didn't know what was happening.
If I don't see you, I assume you don't exist anymore.
Wow.
We decided to move our chairs to the center of the studio back to back. So
Yeah, this is a bad start.
so we don't see each other.
Let's keep it rolling.
That's fine.
Yeah. Wait, are you being serious? It's a bad start? Or are you saying that for
I'm
comedic
telling our
purposes?
listeners that it's a bad start.
Okay.
I'm telling our listeners they're going to be like, this is authentic.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
a bad podcast.
Yeah.
They feel it's real.
Thank you for tuning in if you've never heard us before.
Speaking of tuning in international news, we have some friends across the pond, Cross Atlantic Gaming. Those guys have become really good buddies, and they have an awesome program they have over in the UK, and we wanted to give them a shout out. So thank you guys so much for all you do for us, and we sure appreciate it.
Englandian over there, right?
They speak Englandian. What is that?
Cameron, will you do that?
Englandian.
There it is.
Nice.
That's perfect, actually.
Nailed it. My opener segment called The Icebreaker
Yeah.
with Josh.
Break that ice.
I've got... Okay.
That's good.
That's a good clip. We got to segregate.
Oh, can we rewind that and do it again?
Break that ice.
There it is.
Nice.
That is good.
It's kind of rapey, though.
It's got a weird vibe, but I like it.
Give him one more time.
Break that ice.
All right. This is Josh coming in live, breaking that ice. We've gotten some emails,
Yeah.
some calls, some snail's mails, and some faxes.
Right.
Does anybody Skype anymore? Is that still a thing?
No, I used to Skype with my mom, and then she deleted me and blocked me. So now I don't anymore. So they want more of them funny ha-has, funny stories from our younger days. Get to know the podcasters.
I don't like this.
So a lot of people liked your tattoo story, I think is what this is stemming from.
What I heard was, from what you just said, guys, I had the best story out of you guys the last episode, and now people want to hear more of my stories.
Yeah, he's let me talk more.
Did I say?
So Josh has a new segment called Break That Ice. And it's
Seems
actually
like a
it's
beer
just him,
commercial.
it's just him telling stories about his childhood, not Cameron's childhood, not my childhood, or
Okay.
Greg's childhood.
We had no childhood compared to Josh's.
Just Josh's childhood.
Yeah.
Tell us a story, Josh.
Mine was all trampolines and cigarette burns. So one interesting question I got was worst Christmas or birthday present
Okay.
that y'all received.
Oh, that's good.
I'll go ahead and start since I knew the question and I knew the answer.
Okay.
And because you break that ice.
Because I break that ice.
Let's
hear it.
He
Wide
breaks it
open.
well.
You know the age when everybody in the neighborhood gets a bicycle?
Yeah. 11 or 12.
Yeah, 11
I
or
think
12.
that's a little old.
I was about 4'9"
Yeah.
on the b-ball team.
Yeah.
I went up.
Well, you guys got bikes before 11 or 12?
I think so.
No, not me. I was always riding my sister's.
I got a bicycle the year before I got a car.
That must have been a real meaningful gift.
It was.
Maybe I just have better parents, but
That's a good story, actually.
I don't
Your
know.
car.
I feel like I had a bike pretty early.
Okay, Richie Rich.
Probably hand me down.
For you, hand me up. though.
Trainer wheels on it.
Nice.
First.
It's 16 years old.
Yep.
What happened
So
to it?
my story, anyways.
Oh, sorry.
Go for it.
So all the neighborhood kids, it must have been like a unanimous thing with all the parents and the homeowners association.
Right.
We're getting our kids bikes.
Talk about Richie.
Homeowners association.
Very quietly dropped in there.
I opened my presents. None of them were bike size. But my last gift, I'm obviously eager beaver about. Maybe it's a catalog picture of a bike. I pull out, and it's a bubble gun.
A
Gun?
a gun that shoots bubbles?
Yeah, you have to dip it in the liquid. It's not eternal bubbles. You have to physically take the gun, which is shaped like 3 bright colored orbs. You take it and you dip the nozzle in bubble solution.
Yeah.
And then it's just a fan. That's all it is. So there's a fan that
Fan
blows,
that makes bubbles.
And bubbles come out.
and you shoot bubbles until the solution is wasted.
How did you feel about not getting a bike?
Well, so Christmas Day comes, I open that, and about noonish, all the boys
Yeah.
are outside with their bikes and their pegs.
Yeah, riding down to the country club.
And I come with my pan of solution and my bubble gun.
Hey guys, wait up.
I just imagine you like chasing after them,
Basically.
like real life effects.
They're like, look, you can ride on our pegs down to the ramp.
But I couldn't because I didn't have anything to hold on to. I had to hold my pan of solution and my bubble gun. But they'd let me play. Like I could shoot bubbles and
Yeah.
then they would run through them, but ride through them on their bikes.
On their brand new bikes.
Yeah.
That's sad.
But so, I mean, I got a lot of good use of it.
Yeah.
How long did it last?
Well, until I ran out of solution.
And then your parents never refilled it?
No, they weren't. Yeah. They said, you got to be thankful for your gifts. So what about y'all? Worst gift.
My worst gift?
Yeah.
I don't know. People at work bring in gifts to me all the time that I don't want.
Did they listen to the show? Because you may be.
And don't hurt their feelings.
No, it's not people that I work with. It's people who come into the office, like
yeah.
visitors.
Nice.
There's this guy who he lives alone. He's an older gentleman. He thinks he's really good at like woodworking, and he just brings in these literally just like nailed pieces together of like sanded down wood.
Whoa.
And he's like, it's a puzzle. You got to solve it. And I'm like, okay.
What's the outcome?
Well, one of the outcomes was you had to actually put it in a bucket of water to loosen
That sounds pretty clever.
the nail
Yeah.
to pull it out. But there's no way you would. Why would you guess that? Like, why not just pull it apart with a freaking hammer? You know what I mean? He doesn't give you
That
rules.
was the second option.
Yeah, he doesn't give you rules.
Yeah.
He just says, "Hey, figure out how to get the nail out." And I'm like, "Am I being pranked? This is the worst gift ever."
I think you are being pranked, actually.
Yeah.
That sounds like
I mean, an
awesome
old guy has nothing else to do. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm going to go tease this idiot down at this office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for leaving it anonymous.
Yeah.
Down at the at his office
At the place of work.
at the male modeling company.
Again? You're back there?
Yeah, I lost the gut that I had to put on,
Yeah.
and they said you can come back now. So I got
Good to hear that.
I got
Can't-
So, bubble machine,
no,
2 pieces of wood nailed together.
don't demonize it by calling it a
Summarizing.
machine. Yeah.
Bubble gum.
Yeah.
Gun.
We're talking Florida here. It's open carry.
that's true.
I could carry that wherever I want. Walmart.
Defend yourself. That is true.
If you're listening to this, that's not true.
Any other
Florida's not
state-
open carry, so don't
Any other
don't carry
state?
your bubble guns.
Yeah, please don't.
Conceal them.
Okay, sorry.
What's your worst gift, Cameron?
So
This podcast. Getting to be a host.
your friendship.
Oh, yeah.
Cameron's birthday was last week, so you can't say anything that you've received in the past week.
Okay. Well, that narrows it down. I'm going to break the rules.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
God.
If the rule was Christmas or birthday, I'm going to change it up to a wedding gift.
No.
So
Did I get you anything?
I doubt it.
My presence
Yeah.
alone.
Maybe a bed sheet. I'm not really sure.
Oh, but high thread count?
Yeah.
Egyptian.
Well, it just said it. You just wrote on it. This is
Not-
get chunky in these sheets.
Oh, my goodness. Joshua.
It's an innuendo.
Implying that Cameron and Tara would do such a thing.
Okay,
So
I guess we're naming his wife again.
this is going to be hard to imagine.
Okay.
It was a lamp, but it was like a fake candlestick lamp.
Okay.
Okay, like a long stem white candle with like a rubber fake looking flame at the top.
Okay.
And it's a
Okay.
lamp, though?
It's a lamp.
How bright is
The
this?
base of it.
Oh, God.
I'll be honest, I never plugged it in. I don't even know if it worked. The base of it was a pineapple, like a brass,
No.
like a brass pineapple,
Uh-huh.
and then sticking out of the brass pineapple, going up
foot?
is a white candlestick,
Okay.
and then. Like I said, the rubber flame or the plastic flame at the top.
Clearly.
they had cut that
Oh.
so it was flat, and then they put some kind of Chinese
my
like
gosh.
Chinese teacup on the top as a lampshade.
What?
This sounds.
This is not made up.
This is not made
And
up.
I'm sorry
Where
if
is
you
it?
gave me this gift and you're listening. I'm
so
sorry, but it
bad.
was terrible.
A teacup is the shade.
A pineapple brass lamp with a candle sticking out of it.
This is
Topped
amazing.
with a teacup as a
glad-
lampshade.
So here's what's going to be amazing: if somebody gave you that gift as like a joke, and they waited like 7 years for you
Yeah.
to mention it.
To create a podcast to talk about it.
Yeah, because what if when you plugged it in, it cracked open like an egg and it was a gift card?
And for $1,000 to
Yeah.
IKEA.
Well, we'll never know.
Okay, where's it at now?
What'd you do to it?
I don't have it anymore.
Oh no! What, you threw it away?
I think I
Salvation.
waited like a respectable amount of time.
What is there?
Like
A
a
respectable
week.
amount of time?
A week?
Yeah,
I
like
knew
a
it.
week. That like the same that I waited before throwing your gift away from last week.
What, my gift?
I mean,
He looked at me.
Oh,
you
the
looked at me when
apples?
you said
Yeah.
that.
Our birthday gift we gave
Yeah.
him.
yeah, we can clarify that.
The
I
false
got-
teeth.
I was
a
given
slug.
a slug.
Yeah. A 3D printed
Yeah,
slug.
3D printed slug,
Yeah,
which
you
actually
ungrateful.
is in the studio. It's right up there.
Yeah, look at
Okay, I
that.
see it.
We
And
call him
then,
red slug.
then I got a used trash can full of apples.
It was clean.
What's a
it
everything's a
definitely was
used
not.
It was
trash
clean.
can?
It wasn't clean.
What was in it?
Apples.
Apples,
How many apples?
dirt,
8 pounds of apples.
a few sacks full.
Well,
This intro's going pretty good.
listen,
Yeah.
let me tell you something. Josh's gift was comical. My gift was comical. Your gift was hateful because the people who gave you the gift are sitting in the room right now.
The teacup.
Well, no.
No.
Not
okay.
a teacup.
The
I
apples.
wish.
Isn't
I love the
everything a
apples.
used garbage can? I mean, if a garbage can's been created,
It's used.
something's been in
I'll
it.
be honest with you. I do appreciate that. We could have really used another trash can around the house. So
I can tell.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
You got piles everywhere in
Yeah.
the corner.
Here's the thing, though. I vaguely remember you mentioning that gift around the time of your
teacup?
wedding. Yeah, around the time of your wedding.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we told you about it.
I'm trying to figure out like who would have done that.
I don't know. It was honestly the most bewildering thing. But the funny thing is, it was given to my wife at the shower, the bridal shower, and she had to open that in front of everybody.
Oh my
No
and,
way.
and try not to like.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. I love it.
It's a
I know
pineapple.
exactly where this will go.
Oh my god.
The Rubbermaid.
That's the kind of stuff. Yeah. Either somebody who's lost their mind gives you.
No, that's my grandma. My
Easy
grandma
now.
type of gift. Yeah. She
Yeah.
gave me an olive boat one year.
I mean, I loved it. I just
Say
didn't
what?
know what to do with it.
I know. I don't want to extend this anymore, but she gave me an olive boat for my birthday one year.
What's an olive boat?
Yeah.
An olive boat, I didn't know was a thing. It's just a ceramic dish that's long, like a canoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you floated.
But you
With
put
your olives.
Yeah, but you put olives in it. Oh my god! It's a tray for olives.
I don't
I got that for my birthday, like 19.
ever realize how middle class I was growing up until I hang out with you guys and hear all the cool stuff you
Wow.
I hate olives.
had. Bubble gun, olive boat,
Yeah, stack of
pineapple
money,
lamp.
pineapple money.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like the olive boat. That's just something rich people do.
The only gifts I
No.
got for my wedding was I had a couple things, and all expenses paid, vacation to the mountains,
And sandals.
jewelry,
Yeah.
wads of cash,
Yep.
gift cards.
Well, that was during the cash dance.
To steakhouses.
You got those wads of cash.
yeah,
Where it was, so you take off your clothes and then we give you cash.
right.
Traditional.
So the groom
Cash dance.
Yeah, it's a traditional
Caucasian,
Caucasian
Anglo.
American male
Cracker.
Yeah,
Wow, that was a rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
We went down it.
Josh
Stop
really-
asking us questions,
Josh really broke
listeners.
the ice.
Stop asking us questions. We told you once, we'll tell you again.
Do we have any headlines?
Yeah, we do have some headlines.
This could be a
Okay.
long episode.
I'm just gonna do one headline.
Put your
Okay.
seatbelt on, listeners.
Okay. So, lovesick Florida teen
Boy, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, go ahead.
steals pizza delivery driver's car.
Okay. Lovesick.
Lovesick. Yep. So, Josie Bigelow.
Oh, it's a
What?
lady. It's a lady.
It's a girl,
Boy, yeah, 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 yeah.
age 14.
Oh God!
I redact my boy. Yeah,
Yeah, take that back.
Oh,
We'll
wrong
edit that out.
podcast.
Stole a car just after midnight while the pizza delivery driver was completing a delivery to a nearby house.
Oh, wow. She was ready.
Yep, she was ready because she was the one that ordered the pizza
No.
Oh my goodness!
to a house that was close to her where she lived.
This is amazing.
So she could steal the car?
Yeah, so she hid in the woods behind the house.
Yeah.
And as soon as the delivery driver got to that house, she ran for the car, got in it, drove away.
This takes so much planning and thought.
That's brilliant.
As a 14-year-old girl, where do you think she went?
Here we go.
She went to her boyfriend's house.
Okay.
That seemed obvious.
Yeah.
Greg
but
held
no
up a
guesses
sign
there.
that said her boyfriend's house.
So yeah, she stole the car and went to her boyfriend's house.
When did they find her and find the car?
Well, that's the funny thing is they found her at her boyfriend's house, but they found the car like a neighborhood away. So I think she thought she was being clever and just stashed the car in some random person's house.
That's pretty clever.
I'd like to know how far away the boyfriend's house was from where she stashed the car, because it may have just been easier to walk from her house to her boyfriend's house.
Yeah, hop, skipping, and jump away.
I don't have that information.
No, I mean, it's as a typical 14-year-old, she didn't think it all the way through.
Yeah, it could
She was,
have
clever,
definitely
she was
not.
clever enough to steal the car, but then she was like, well, now
That's extremely clever. 'Cause
Yeah.
she's like,
And honestly,
pepperoni boy. He's gonna
He's
leave
gonna
the
get
keys.
out.
He's gonna leave the keys in.
Yeah.
that has to have happened before.
What if it was a stick?
Like a pizza delivery guy getting his card jacked.
Yeah.
I'm sure it has happened.
Huh.
So, the pizza that was supposed to be delivered, that was ordered by her, delivered to no one. The pizza guy ended up giving it to the deputies that responded to the call.
Oh,
That's very neat.
So,
he needed a ride, so I think he had an option.
he's,
The boyfriend is going to be an accomplice in that, if he knew.
yeah,
What
I'm
she
sure
did.
he is.
Oh, if his text said just steal a pizza man's car,
Oh. But you know what, though? There's no way she kept that a secret. Because you don't do
No.
something that cool and then not tell your boyfriend.
yeah, I mean, that was planned out, obviously, to call in a pizza.
yeah, you Skype that.
He had something to do with it.
That's a big, I would never
Heist.
think that high to get to.
No. At 14, I was like, how do I get more solution for this bubble
Yeah.
gun?
Yeah, exactly. Whose pecs can I ride on?
I would love
Whoa.
a bicycle.
Oh, pegs. I thought he said pecs. I was like, Jesus, this is getting extreme.
No, the bicycle
Who's
pecs.
got pecs at 14?
A lot of people.
Not me.
Not me.
That was all nipple.
Yeah, we know. Trust us. We went swimming with you. We know, bro. Your swim
God
shirt
bless.
cut right through. Your swim blouse.
I didn't think you could see through it.
Yeah, we did. We saw it. I hate that had to come out
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
in our
Here.
30s. That we've been thinking about
I'm
that
glad
since
we're
high
not
school.
facing each other because I would slap you so hard.
Well, I've got a story. It's nowhere near as interesting as the pizza thievery
Well, that's not surprising.
that we just heard.
Your
No.
stories, it's when I tune out.
Well, let's go night-night. Because we're going back to March 19th, 1895.
Math time.
1895. 126.
I'm going to go 127.
125. Oh. You're both wrong.
Close.
Oh, are you sure?
No, I didn't do the math. I never do the math.
I know.
It's 11 weeks in a row. I've never done the math. March 19th, 1895, John Ashley was born. He was raised in the backwoods of the Caloosahatchee River in Buckingham, Florida.
We're starting in Florida.
Buckingham, Florida.
We're starting in Florida, in a town that I did not know
I've
existed.
never heard of that.
No.
It's in very, very far down South Florida.
I've heard of Old Buckingham and Neo Buckingham.
Right, just not regular Buckingham.
Yeah. I didn't think.
Buckingham Palace.
Okay.
Right. So he's the youngest of 9 children.
Of course.
And John Ashley,
1800s.
Grief.
Because some are going to
1800s.
be taken out by natural disasters.
huge families. Actually, no young children die in this story.
Wow.
Yeah, so
About time.
Yeah.
this is a happy one.
They must have been a Christian family that prayed.
They did. They grew up really poor, and they made their living by fishing, hunting, and trapping otters.
Nice. Otter pelt family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plays a huge role in the story, actually. In 1911, they moved down to the Keys, actually near the Everglades. And John Ashley, like his father, spent most of his youth in the Everglades becoming a skilled trapper and alligator hunter.
I wonder if he ever bumped into.
Think you ever molested those alligators?
Oh.
Or bumped into the skunk ape. Is that where you were
bumped
going
into
with
the
that?
skunk ape. Yeah.
If he did, he never talked about it.
Because that's a big old beaver pelt.
Yeah.
You skin one of those.
So what's interesting is John's father raised the children to hate rich people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amen.
Yeah.
So
That's not a bad thing.
No, that's in the Bible.
Exactly. He was told by his father that rich people were no good, especially bankers. And people who worked with their hands and lived off the land, they were the good guys. So the bankers, they're bad. People who worked like John and his family, they were the good guys.
Well, I mean, that's about right. Mm-hmm. I mean, sorry, Wayne, in your office.
I was raised poor, so...
Yeah, but you're currently at a financial institute.
Well, I do well for myself. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, John Ashley would have hated me.
Not all of us have 2 pieces of wood nailed together.
I don't either because I threw it away. But in his 20s, John makes a friend whose name is DeSoto Tiger.
Oh,
That's a name.
yeah, that is a name. Let me Ancestry.com that.
Yep.
He's from Georgia.
Yeah. DeSoto Tiger was from the Seminole Indian tribe.
Oh,
And at the age of 16, they both decide to go into the fur trapping business together.
nice.
And they make a lot of money.
50-50 though.
Well, less, actually.
Oh,
So spoilers. John Ashley, a year after going into business with DeSoto Tiger, was arrested for recklessly displaying firearms in a public place.
okay. Bubble guns.
Yeah.
Bubble guns.
Pulled out his bubble guns too quick.
Which I've never heard that before. Recklessly displaying fire. I just kind of picture him going through town like a gun in both hands.
Oh, you think that's reckless?
Not the
'Cause
Wild West.
if you've got control over them.
He was spinning them
Yep.
like a cowboy. However, he never made it to jail because on the way to the jailhouse, the cop car, was stopped by John's older brothers,
What?
Bill, Bob, Ed, and Frank Ashley.
Wait,
I thought
when
that
is
was
this?
one name.
This is 1911.
Oh.
So on the way to the jailhouse, they stopped the car
Okay.
and they disarmed the policeman at gunpoint. And they say, "Hey, free our little brother,
Or else.
or else."
Yeah.
And guess what happened?
Nothing.
The cops were like, "Yeah, take him. We don't want him."
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, please
was
don't
like-
shoot us, you crazy person.
Yeah.
We didn't want to do anything tonight.
Because they were recklessly.
They were swinging guns as well.
Yeah. Like if you attach like a rope between two guns,
Swing
that's
it over
pretty
your-
reckless.
They didn't want to get shot by Bubbles.
No, actually, swinging guns above
Bubbles
your head.
is the fourth brother. John, Frank, Steve, and Bubbles.
Bubbles. Close. Bill, Bob, Ed, and Frank.
I was there.
Yeah. So the following day, after this happened, a construction crew was working near Lake Okeechobee, and they discovered the body of a Seminole Indian fur trapper.
No,
I hope it's not DeSoto Tiger.
it better not be.
The body turned out to be John Ashley's business partner, DeSoto Tiger.
God.
Goodness,
That was
you
quick.
yeah, really starting to like him. He was really growing on me.
What a name, though.
Yeah.
I think I'll probably name my firstborn DeSoto Tiger.
Yeah.
That's good.
At least one of them.
Yeah.
At least one of the firstborns?
No, I'm planning on having quintuplets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. So an investigation was launched, and it turns out that John Ashley and DeSoto Tiger had been seen together on their way to the market with an actual boatload of otter hides.
Wow. I always thought that was a fake saying.
No, it was an actual boatload of otter hides.
Have you guys ever felt otter pelt?
Wow. Hello.
That's a good line.
That's a different podcast.
Like, okay, so this is weird that you're talking about this because last weekend,
No.
yeah, I was at this festival and they had a bunch of pelts and furs and stuff.
Why weren't
Is
we?
it real soft?
You know,
It's really, really soft, but like thick. Like it's silky,
Yeah.
but
Amen.
it's silky.
you know we're not all friends when we don't know that one of the hosts takes a weekend and feels otter pelt.
No, I remember him saying he went to a festival, but this is the first I've heard about
It's
otters.
like silky and like spongy almost. I don't know. It was really.
What's the
it's
difference
just really
between an otter
unique.
pelt and a beaver pelt?
Do
I
what?
Is there a difference between an otter and a beaver?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
They're just different animals.
It's a pretty big difference.
I think the only thing they both live in water, but
They're entirely different animals.
What, do they resemble each other?
No.
Not at all. I'm not
you know,
taking
otters
your...
are the little sleek little ones that'll like play and they'll
Like a SeaWorld. There's a show.
which have the big catcher's mitt for a tail.
Beaver.
that's a beaver.
Yeah.
I know my animals.
I want to sit in like a biology class taught by you.
All right, guys.
The old catcher mitt tail.
What's this animal right here?
It's a water mammal. It's either an otter or a beaver. Both names are synonymous, everybody.
Right. So earlier that day, DeSoto Tiger and John Ashley were seen together in a boat full of otter hides. And the authorities learned that evening, John Ashley had showed up to the market alone and sold the hides for $2,000.
Oh, but back then,
That's a lot of money.
that had to be like 50 grand.
1911 with some fancy, soft, thick otter hides.
Yeah, but kind of spongy.
Kind of spongy. So, hold on, time out. So Cameron, when you felt the otter hides, did you feel it like, man, like a rich person would buy this?
Oh yeah.
So
So like it's just a really cool feeling.
Huh.
Like it's super
Are
soft.
some cut like a strip?
I wanted one. I tried to buy a buffalo hide, by the way,
What?
but and
For your
my
couch?
wife was like, let's do it. That looks awesome. We'll use it as a rug. And then the
Nice.
guy's like, it's $600.
Oh,
She wasn't on board.
No.
No.
So you're like, I'll give you 5.
Yeah.
I've seen some cut like an arrow.
a buffalo cut like an arrow?
No, like an otter hide.
Oh, you don't know what an otter is? How have you seen one cut like an arrow?
The internet.
Oh, okay.
Some just cut straight.
You're googling the wrong. You're googling
those-
the wrong stuff, man.
Those late night otter Googles.
Yeah, Jesus.
Y'all don't know what I Google.
So this was all the evidence needed for Sheriff George Baker to declare that John Ashley had murdered his business partner, DeSoto Tiger. So they were in a boat together with otter hides earlier that morning. That evening, John shows up by himself and sells them all. The next day, they find DeSoto Tiger dead in the river. So
Seems a little fishy to me.
yeah, Sheriff George Baker says, "Hey, he's suspect number 1. Let's go after him."
Nice.
And so a few days after the murder, there's a statewide manhunt.
Wow.
And 3 deputies followed a tip to a swampy area along the coast of Florida. They were told that John Ashley
That's
had
about
been,
all of
Yeah,
Florida.
that was that's the whole state.
Back then, it's the whole state. But they were told that John Ashley had been hiding out there, and so they moved in to arrest him without calling in for backup.
Yeah, he's hiding out in the Skunk Ape Village.
Yeah.
With reckless guns.
So when they realized, once they kind of went through the palmetto bushes,
Oh,
they
no.
realized that John
He's in
wasn't alone.
Casadega. He's going through someone's house in Casadega.
They ended up. That would be so crazy.
Yeah.
Holy moly! They realized John wasn't alone. He was joined by his brothers Bill, Bob, Ed, and Frank,
And Bubbles.
And Bubbles.
and Bubbles, and they all had their guns drawn,
Jeez.
and they disarmed the deputies.
Wow.
And they told the deputies, "We're not going to hurt you, but we want you to deliver a message to Sheriff George Baker. You tell him that if any more cops come after our little brother John Ashley or any member of the Ashley gang,
Whoa. This
people
is lawless.
are going to start getting hurt."
They're a gang now.
Yeah.
Like him.
They were a family, but now they're a
This
gang.
is the first time in history the Ashley gang is mentioned.
This is the first time I've heard of him. You, Cam?
No,
You,
I don't
Greg?
think so.
So they tell Sheriff George Baker, "Hey, don't come after us. We're going to start messing people up." So
Nice.
3 years pass, and no one hears or sees John Ashley or the Ashley gang anymore.
Like it.
But rumors are starting to spread. So this is different from Bone Mazel. The Ashley brothers aren't the ones spreading the rumors. People are just talking like, "Hey,
Oh, talking them up.
have you heard about the Ashley gang?" So anytime there's a bank robbery
Mystery crime.
or something bad happening,
Blame it
that's-
on-
it's the Ashley brothers.
Laundry disappears off a clothesline.
Yep.
Ashley brothers.
Yep.
So for 3 years, this goes on. So much so that they catch the attention of an actual gang member in Chicago named Kid Lowe.
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure that's a rapper.
That's
Yeah.
a
Kid
great
Lowe.
rapper name.
Kid Low.
So Kid Lowe's a mobster, and he comes down from Chicago to Florida because he's running from the law.
Nice.
The catch is Kid Lowe's not.
Kid Lowe's got to lay low.
He's got a he's got to lay low in Florida.
Whoa.
So the difference between Kid Lowe and the Ashley brothers,
Yeah.
Kid Lowe he's like the real deal mobster gangster.
Yeah.
Like he kills people.
Whoa.
He's freaking crazy. Right?
He's got the guns that got the barrel on them. You know, the rounds.
shoot the bullet
yeah, the
inside of the
Tommy guns.
inside of the
Tommy guns.
Yeah.
Bubbles.
Yep. This guy. I know Cam was going to make fun of me like he does anytime I say anything.
But it was a real gun.
But then Wayne was going to agree with me like he does. So I was looking at Wayne and trying to ignore Cameron.
That's the story of our podcast.
But I could hear the skepticism, like the guns, like guns do.
So Kid Lowe shows up in Florida, and he's looking for this infamous Ashley gang, right?
Naturally.
So he meets up with them, and he's like, "Hey, you guys have been robbing a lot of banks. Like, let's team up." And they go, "Nah, we're just hiding out from
Yeah.
the cops."
We still got all these pelts.
Still
Trying
looking
to
for
Yeah,
honors.
we're not really doing much. But now they're together. They say, "Hey, let's plan a robbery. Like, let's do it. Let's do this. Let's be the real gang."
It's like
so
Kid Lowe was a bad influence.
Kid Lowe's
Kid
a
Lowe was a
terrible
bad
influence on the
influence, yeah.
Ashley gang. So they decide they're going to rob the Florida State Stagecoach, which is basically this giant train
Nice.
that would take stuff from South Florida to North Florida.
Wow.
It's this huge train, and the Ashley gang and Kid Lowe, they're going to rob it. The problem is they never discussed who was doing what the day of the robbery.
it.
That's not
I
important.
saw this movie, The Newton Boys, with Matthew McConaughey.
So when they get there, they hold the train up. but every member of the gang just guards the door of the car they're on, and no one actually robs the people or the mail cart where all the money's at.
That's step 2.
Yes.
We forgot.
So then John Ashley comes running through the train saying, come on, let's go. They all come after him thinking he must have the money.
Naturally.
And they get off the train and go out into the woods and they have $0.
Wow.
This has to be the most confusing.
Worst gang ever.
Yeah, so Kid Low shows up thinking these guys are real criminals.
Yep.
And besides waving guns around and telling cops, like, hey, leave us alone, they haven't actually committed a robbery yet.
No.
They got to rob this train. They get $0.
Yeah,
Cool.
Bubbles was supposed to get the money, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bubbles just
Kid Low's not impressed. However, that same year, they try it again.
Okay.
This time, they're inside a bank. They're going to rob the bank. They get back to the safe.
And now
Just
everybody
imagine-
goes for the money.
yeah, all of them are going for the money.
Imagine they have like a chalkboard at this point. and, like,
money.
They really
Yeah.
planned it out.
all right, Ed, you're doing this.
So they get back there and they get in the safe and they actually get $45,000,
Ooh.
which back then is a lot of money. The issue is,
Not now. Now you can't buy nothing. With
I wouldn't want that.
$45,000.
no. I've bought buffalo rugs for $45,000.
Yeah.
How about
his
you, Josh?
His house is buffalo rug.
Covered in fur.
Mine's all beaver pelt.
Yeah. So the problem is when they go to leave with the $45K, all the cops are outside.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
So instead of escaping, Kid Low says, watch this. So he tries to intimidate the police and he shoots his gun in the air.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Cam, what's the recording of the Tommy gun sound like?
Pop, 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 pop.
that's the bubble gun. He wants to hear the Tommy gun.
Tommy gun.
there it is.
Both faces were identical.
The problem is when Kid Low shoots his gun off, it ricochets into the jaw of John Ashley, completely destroying his right eyeball.
Oh.
Oh, because that's in your jaw.
Wow.
It goes through his jaw, yeah,
Mandible.
and like out the other side.
Ocular.
Yeah.
Cranium. Dead.
So can we recap? They rob a train and get $0.
Yeah.
They rob a bank and get $45K, but John Ashley loses an eyeball.
That's
pretty worth
strike
it.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. So John Ashley tells his brothers, "Go ahead and escape. Don't worry about me." And
I'll bleed here.
yeah, so while they were hesitant, they did ended up leaving him there, and so John Ashley with one eyeball.
Well, he was the real he was the real one that
He was.
Yeah,
and he's
took
the,
out
and
Tiger.
he's the leader. So
Yeah.
so they get him. He's in prison, and 3 weeks later, the Ashley gang come up with a plan to rescue John Ashley from prison.
I don't know about their plans.
yeah, they're pretty.
It's about to get good.
Oh no.
On June 2nd, 1915, Bob Ashley showed up at the jailer's house and shoots him point blank range in the face.
Who
Bob Ashley is the older brother of John Ashley,
shoots who in the face?
the jailer.
Wow.
He goes to the jailer's house and shoots him in the face at point blank range.
They've been nonviolent up
Yeah.
until now. I mean, they killed Detroit Tigers,
Right.
but now they're killing the jailer.
And he takes the ring of keys off of his belt, that jailers wear.
Yeah.
Yep.
Big ring.
Or janitors.
He then flees through the back door and into the woods where the rest of the Ashley gang had stashed a getaway car on the side of a popular street. And so when Bob actually gets there, he realizes it's unfortunately the type of car that he does not know how to drive.
Oh gosh.
It
It can't be a wide range of cars.
Got a
back
stick.
I'm assuming it was some kind of
maybe
I think they were all
steam.
stick back then.
then. It was probably steam.
standard transmission. He had no idea what to do with it.
That was nice for
wood
you.
fire.
This guy, he's not a car guy, but to hear him say standard transmission,
Thank you.
that sounded
I
good.
studied up before the episode. So in an attempt to basically get somebody to drive the car for him, Bob Ashley starts swinging his gun at passing cars coming down the highway. Basically like, hey, stop. I'm holding you up.
Stop, help me drive my car.
Yeah. He's waving his guns around and all the cars just keep driving by.
Yeah, because would you stop,
Naturally. Yeah.
Cam?
No. So he gets frustrated and Bob Ashley begins shooting the front of this random truck that's coming down the road.
That's good.
So the truck pulls over and Bob Ashley's like, hey, get out of the truck. I'm taking your car. I can drive this. And I'm leaving.
Yeah.
The problem is in the pursuit afterwards, because the cops are coming after him, when he was shooting the truck to get the driver's attention, he messed up something under the hood and the car stalls out in the middle of the highway.
Yep. What'd he mess up?
Yeah, probably the
Radiator.
Flabberschnabber.
Nope, radiator.
The gear shaft.
Wrong again, guys. These two dunce caps.
So he gets out of the truck, and before he can say anything to the police, they shoot him dead right there in the middle of the road.
Wow. That's 2 out of 7,
Shoot
right?
first, ask questions later.
Well, he had shot the jailer right in the belly, and
I
and the
thought he
face.
shot him in. Okay.
Yeah,
This is
belly
good.
in the face.
yeah, and so they shoot him dead right in the highway.
We trust him with these facts?
I guess. Yeah.
His face hung down low to his belly.
Story of my life.
So following this incident, Kid Lowe, in an attempt to make up for the fact that he had shot John Ashley's eyeball out,
Yeah.
he sends a letter to Sheriff George Baker. And he says, if John Ashley isn't immediately released from prison, I will begin randomly shooting Floridians.
Wow. Shout out.
Yep.
Shout out. That's us, baby.
So he says, hey, like, look, I messed up, but I'm going to get my buddy out of prison.
Yeah.
Let him go, or folks are about to start dying randomly.
Yeah. That could have been our ancestors.
It could have been. And Sheriff, he was not impressed because on November 23rd, 1916, John Ashley was sentenced to death.
What?
And sent to the state penitentiary in Rayford, Florida.
These are going
Yeah.
like dominoes.
Not going well.
I mean, at least they got through their childhood, but now
I know.
it's gone
Where's Kid
downhill.
Lowe at this point?
That he wrote that letter.
Oh.
He's the one that wrote the letter.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
Let him out. So John Ashley was in the state penitentiary for 2 weeks, and one day, randomly, he walks.
Oh, they put John Ashley in?
John Ashley is the leader of the gang.
Yeah.
He-
Kid Lowe wrote the letter.
Kid Lowe wrote
Yeah.
the letter. John Ashley's in prison.
Oh, okay. So they just send John Ashley. They do the opposite of freeing him. They send him to death chair.
Yep.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Wow.
So he's like, let him go, and they're like, no, he's going to the state penitentiary to die.
You know when there's like more than one character, I lose track.
So John Ashley was in prison, and he walks by an unlocked sanitation closet that has a window in it, and escapes.
Wow.
Climbs out the window.
That was easy.
And leaves prison on his own accord. He doesn't
Okay.
need a letter threatening the sheriff.
All with one eye.
Yeah. He climbs out and leaves. And for 5 years,
Jeez.
he runs an extremely successful moonshining operation with the Ashley brothers, the surviving Ashley brothers,
Yeah.
and Kid Lowe.
This is an entrepreneur story.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
This
doing
is
well for himself.
Success
Yeah,
story.
success.
Yeah.
Did they start Ashley Furniture?
Spoiler alert.
No.
No. That'd be
Okay,
great, though.
that would be good.
That would be really good.
Do you know that for a fact, though?
I haven't Googled it.
Okay.
But in December 1923, John Ashley and the Ashley gang robbed a bank in Pompano, Florida. But this time, his arch nemesis was waiting for him with 24 police patrol cars. So Sheriff Fred Baker, I said George Baker earlier, but it's actually Fred Baker.
Here we go.
Here we go
Them
again.
facts.
Sorry about that. But Sheriff Fred Baker had somehow been tipped off, and he caught wind of what they were doing. And so they show up at the bank to rob it, and there's 24 police cars waiting for him.
So, I would think that they should go back to be just calling themselves a family. Because this gang
They're the
thing
worst gang
is not
ever.
working out for them.
The absolute worst gang ever. And so Sheriff Fred Baker says, look, we're going to end this once and for all. This is where this goes down. And so when the gang arrived, a shootout happened.
Okay.
And when the smoke cleared, Sheriff Fred Baker was dead,
What?
along with Ed and Bill Ashley.
Okay. So
You
they
know how-
got two of them.
Yeah. You know how they approached him? I read about this before.
Yeah, what did they say to
It
him?
was a knock knock joke.
What did they say?
It was knock knock
Who's there?
dishes.
Dishes who?
Dishes to police. That was from one of my scholastics.
And that's how they got into a shootout.
Yeah.
That's really good. So with his brothers dead and the sheriff dead, John Ashley escapes into the woods once again.
Jeez. Like him.
One-eyed John Ashley, he's off again. So Fred Baker's dead. His son, Robert Baker, takes over the police department. And he says, you know what? We're bringing this outlaw, John Ashley, to justice. This guy's done too much. We're going to shut this down. So in this meantime, while in hiding, John Ashley has formed a new gang.
Wow.
Because he's out of brothers.
Because he's real good
Because
at
he's
it.
had a brother.
Yeah, I mean, he's out of brothers. He's formed a new gang, and he says, look, all we need is one last heist. If we can just do one heist successfully, a big heist, we never got to rob again, and we'll go back to living normal lives.
That's what I think
know.
every gang has
Yeah.
said before
He's
they.
got this fantasy.
Just
of
this last one.
Yeah, this is the one. Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13.
one big heist.
One big heist.
He's got this fantasy of just being successful, I think. And I wonder if part of it's because all the rumors made him out to be an awesome gang member, and he really wasn't. So maybe the pride inside, like Heisenberg, he's just like, I want to do this successfully one time.
Yeah.
I think you should just go back to the otter pelts.
Yeah,
he
the
sounded
otter pelts
pretty
were
good
good.
at that.
Well,
All
it
he-
sounds like his he wiped him out with his boatload.
Well, either that or maybe DeSoto Tiger was the one actually getting them.
I'm sure
That could be
DeSoto
it.
Tiger was the one getting him.
Yeah. So they plan one last heist at a very large bank up in Jacksonville, Florida.
Nice.
But an unknown informant, believed to be the girlfriend of John Ashley, let the new sheriff, Robert Baker, know what was happening. And so on November 1st, 1924, John Ashley and his newly formed gang attempted to cross the Sebastian Inlet, only to find that the bridge had been closed by law enforcement.
Oh, Sebastian's such a nice place, too.
Yeah. What's the name of this gang?
The John Ashley gang.
Oh.
No one else gets titles. It's just his new gang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're actually they were called the Latin Kings, it says.
Wow. This is the origins for the Latin Kings?
So the deputies ordered the gangsters out of the car, and they proceeded to search the gangsters and the car, finding several automatic machine guns.
Uh-huh.
There it is.
As a playback.
The deputies thought they had found all the weapons, but while they were lining up the criminals, John Ashley revealed a secret handgun that he had kept hidden away in a secret pocket in the front of his underwear.
Oh, okay. That's,
Yeah, I got pockets in my underwear.
Yeah.
I guess they didn't,
That's what that crisscross
they
pattern
were,
is.
They were a little homophobic, and they didn't want to search him in the front.
Well, you've seen, everybody's seen that video of that guy being patted down by the cop. And the cop's like, "What's that?" And the guy goes, "That's my,
Dong,
that's my dong."
dong, da dong, dong, dong.
I didn't see
You
that
never seen
video.
that? I'll
That's
show
all
you.
right.
He Googled some weird stuff. Yeah. We got to check that search history.
You don't want to. How
So-
to impress my podcast host.
Yeah. So John actually pulls out his underwear gun, and unfortunately,
Recklessly?
they're immediately shot dead.
Wow.
John Ashley and all of his gang members were all shot dead.
He must have had the bubble gun.
He pulled it too slow, and they saw him doing it, and blew him away. But what's fascinating is John Ashley and his brothers. They were buried in the Ashley family cemetery outside of Gomez, Florida.
Okay.
Another
Another
town
place
I've never heard of.
Birkingham, Gomez.
Yeah. So the cemetery originally was out in the woods, tucked away where no one could see it. But a few decades ago, the woods were cleared out, but the cemetery was left intact. And a housing development was built around the cemetery, where the lowest priced home is currently just under $1 million.
What?
So the Ashley gang are permanently arrested right now, surrounded by the people they hated the most. Bankers and wealthy Americans.
Wow.
Man, such is life, huh?
Yeah.
And that is the story of the most unsuccessful Florida gang ever, John Ashley and his brothers.
They really have roller coaster of success.
I mean, but if you're listening and you think that you are in a gang that is even worse, we'd love to hear stories.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
Tell us
please.
about the banks that you were.
Did y'all ever start a gang with y'all's
unsuccessfully-
friends when y'all were little?
I have a really embarrassing story,
I
and we
knew
should
it.
probably save it for next episode, but since
Okay.
it's topical. I started a gang with my friend Brian called Mid Florida. I swear to God.
Mid Florida?
Yeah,
Like
because
the bank?
there was like West Side was a gang,
Oh my
and like
goodness.
Fulton
Gosh.
Nation was a gang,
Yeah.
and so we started a gang called MF, Mid Florida. Listen,
this
and so
is
I
embarrassing.
don't know
This
what
is
we were
cool.
doing, but we put MF on a bunch of index cards and taped them all over the wall in his bedroom.
Oh my gosh.
And his mom was this tiny Mexican lady, and she thought MF was like MFer. And so she came in and like spanked us both. And like we both were just like
Ripped 'em
crying,
down.
like the worst gang ever. We had to pull down our
No, I've
paraphernalia.
heard about y'all. I think Sheriff Grady Judd talked about y'all.
He's still looking for
He's
me.
still looking, yeah.
That's why I started the podcast.
MF
I was
is suspected in this bank heist.
yeah, so
Can't catch these boys.
they're too elusive. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's been a good week.
It's
has
been a
been a
great
good
week.
week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cameron, it was your birthday last week, so you don't get to close us out.
Okay.
Wayne, you have the honors this week. Say
I get
whatever
to,
you want to
I
say.
get to close us out.
No penalty, no offense.
All right, so I've got a basketball story. Whenever I was 11, I was on the blue team.
No.
And we
Greg,
were doing really well.
Greg,
I thought it was a great
kill the mics.
season, and so